What have you lost as a result of Ms. Heard making these allegations against you?
Nothing less than everything.
The defamation lawsuit actor Johnny Depp filed against his ex-wife Amber Heard was settled last year when the jury of 7 members reached a unanimous decision in Depp's favor. Last year, Amber Heard and Johnny Depp became huge online stars. Following the publishing of Heard's Washington Post op-ed, the ex-couple became embroiled in a public trial where Depp accused her of defamation. Heard asserted there that she had suffered domestic abuse. The Pirates of the Caribbean actor felt the essay damaged his reputation, even though the actress did not mention Depp by name. Heard swiftly countersued for $100 million after she was sued for $50 million by him. The 6-week court case was broadcast on Court TV and the Law and Crime YouTube channel, which exposed personal information about the couple's marriage and sparked outrage and public attention. But what was the case history? The friendship between Depp and Amber started over 10 years ago until it finally turned into what seems to have been a poisonous union. But before we dive deeper, let's first discuss the chronology of the relationship between Heard and Depp, all before the legal dispute. While filming The Rum Diary in 2009, actors Johnny Depp and Amber Heard got to know one another. Heard claims that the relationship started around the end of 2011 or early 2012. Little Halls Pond Cay, Depp's private island in the Bahamas, was the site of their February 2015 wedding. After they announced their engagement in January 2014, on May 23, 2016, Amber Heard got a temporary restraining order against Depp and filed for divorce. She also asked for spousal assistance, requesting $50,000 each month. Depp responded by saying she was trying to get a financial settlement too soon by making false accusations of abuse. During their divorce proceedings, Amber gave testimony regarding the alleged violence in a deposition. She said that Depp had been verbally and physically abusive for the duration of the relationship, generally when under the influence of drugs or alcohol. The media released pictures of Heard's purported injuries, which greatly increased public awareness of the divorce. In April 2018, the UK tabloid The Sun released a piece titled "Wife Beater" online. Depp then filed a libel lawsuit against News Group newspapers, The Sun's publisher, and executive editor Dan Wootton in June 2018. In July 2020, Depp and Heard both gave testimony in the trial that examined 14 alleged abuse occurrences. Judge Andrew Nicole found in favor of the publisher in November 2020, concluding that the paper's portrayal of Depp was substantially true, since the vast majority of the allegations of assault against him had been substantiated to a civil standard. Judge Nicole dismissed Depp's claim that Heard was a gold digger, stating in his decision that her donation of the $7 million to charity is hardly the act one would expect of a gold digger. Heard subsequently stated in the 2022 Virginia trial, with the backing of the organization she donated to, that she was meant to pay the full pledged donation within 10 years, and that she was behind schedule due to Depp's lawsuits against her. Warner Brothers, a film's production company, requested that Depp step down from the Fantastic Beasts film series following the verdict. Depp attempted to appeal the verdict, but the Court of Appeal denied him in March 2021, stating that there was no real prospect of success for the case. Attorneys for Depp had maintained that he had not given a fair trial, that Heard was a not trustworthy witness, and that newly uncovered material contradicted her claim that she had donated the entire $7 million divorce settlement to charity. They further contended that the judge had placed a high value on Heard's testimony when rendering a decision in the case. However, the Judge of Appeals determined that he had a full and fair trial, and that the judge had little need of opportunity to give weight to any general evaluation of Ms. Heard's credibility, because he had based his conclusions on his incredibly detailed review of the evidence relevant to each incident. Heard continued in the article that 2 years ago she became a public figure representing domestic abuse and felt the full force of our culture's wrath for women who speak out. The Washington Post published an op-ed written by her titled, "Amber Heard said she spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath. That has to change." Heard was in a unique position to witness firsthand how organizations defend men who are accused of abuse. She went on to say that she had lost an international fashion brand, ad campaign, and a movie role as a result of this. The op-ed did not specifically name Depp, but instead urged Congress to renew the Violence Against Women Act. Okay, before we continue, we'd like to ask a few moments of your time. If you want to support us, please leave a like and click on the subscribe button. This would help us create more engaging content for you. Now moving back to where we left off. Depp filed a lawsuit against Heard in February 2019 due to her December 2018 Washington Post opinion piece, reiterating that Heard had been the one to abuse him physically. Depp contended that Heard's accusations were part of a well-planned lie against him. Amber filed a countersuit in August 2020, claiming that Depp had engineered online petitions and a Twitter harassment campaign to get her fired from L'Oreal and Aquaman. The Fairfax County Circuit Court hosted the trial. The local was selected based on the fact that the Washington Post opinion piece is published throughout the county in both its print and online versions. In June 2020, a number of attorneys, including Roberta Kaplan, the founder of Time's Up, left Heard's legal team with her support, Adam Waldman. Depp's attorney was not allowed to continue representing Depp in Virginia after the judge denied his early pretrial motions in October 2020 due to Wallman's disclosure to the media of private information that was protected by a protective order. A New York judge decided in August 2021 that the ACLU, which would subsequently demand payment from Heard, had to provide the organization with records pertaining to his charitable promise. Additionally, in August 2021, Judge Penny S. Carty rejected a motion from Amber Heard's attorneys to have the defamation suit dismissed based on the outcome of Depp's lawsuit against the Sun's publishers. Carty did this by pointing out that Heard was a witness rather than a defendant in the UK case. The facts alleged were different, and the parties were not subject to the same discovery procedures as in the US. And although it appeared that the jury was more on Depp's side, Heard's attorneys insisted that Depp had mistreated her and that even in the event that he did not, the op-ed was not defamatory since it refrained from mentioning Depp by name or explicitly addressing her accusations against him. They advised the jury to consider the message that Mr. Johnny Depp and his legal team are giving to Amber and other victims of violence at home. If you didn't have pictures, it didn't happen, Heard's attorney Benjamin Rottenborg stated. He asserted that Depp cannot and will not accept responsibility, saying, "If you didn't seek medical attention, you weren't injured. It's all the fault of somebody else." Rottenborg called Depp out for the most heinous victim blaming he had ever encountered, telling jurors that if Amber was abused by Mr. Depp even one time, then she wins. Following nearly 2 days of deliberations, the jury concluded that Depp had established all three of Heard's 2018 op-ed remarks elements of defamation, including that Heard defamed Depp with actual malice, and that the words were untrue. Depp received $5 million in punitive damages from Heard and $10 million in compensatory damages from the jury. However, because of a cap placed by Virginia state law, the punitive penalties were only $350,000. Regarding Heard's counterclaim, the jury determined that the second of the three disputed remarks Depp's former attorney, Adam Waldman, had made in the Daily Mail was false and defamatory, slandering Heard intentionally. The jury came to the conclusion that Heard's attorneys had not established every element of defamation with regard to the other two contested remarks. Depp gave Heard a $2 million compensation award, while punitive damages were not granted. The judgment against Heard was appealed in October 22, while the judgment against Depp was appealed in November 2022. Heard said that even if her appeal had been successful, she simply cannot go through a retrial because she had lost faith in the American legal system. Depp and Heard resolved the matter in December 2022 and abandoned their appeals. She insisted that she had not consented to any restrictions or gag orders going ahead and that the settlement was not an act of concession. The jury's unanimous verdict, the subsequent judgment in Mr. Depp's favor against Ms. Heard, according to Depp's attorneys, remain fully in place. As part of the settlement, Depp will get $1 million from Heard's insurance, which Depp is pledging that he will donate to charities. How about you? What are your thoughts on the situation involving Amber and Depp? Which side appeals to you more? Let us know in the comments section down below what you think. If you want more content related to this topic, make sure to check out our channel. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.